Well, this is a disaster. Now Ralph is truly alone. He realizes it right away. They've just killed Piggy. Ralph runs, and they pursue. First they let him go. But then, gradually, they know they're going to start to pursue him. Ralph is on the run, alone. He's good. He's strong. He's tough. He's brave. He approaches some of the weaker elements, the boys who shouldn't be with Jack but are. They give him some advice, but they're all afraid of Jack. Look what has happened to democracy in this book. Look what has happened. Very pessimistic. And Ralph is on the run, hiding, running, hiding, and he needs some sleep, and he sleeps in a place under a tree, underground. And he hears a sound like crackling, crackling, crackling. And he realizes they're setting the island on fire to kill him. Well, wait a minute. If they burn the island, what are they doing to themselves? It's like an act of suicide. Violence like Jack's is an act of self-destruction. Passions and yielding to the passions of Jack is self-destructive. Killing reason, killing spirituality, killing decency and civilization is self-destruction. I'm not sure that Orwell would agree, because Orwell thinks that a Jack, Big Brother after all, if he's intelligent enough, will not destroy himself at all, will perpetuate the state endlessly, maybe. What will end it? So I think Orwell would disagree on this, but if looking at this as an allegory of an individual, what is happening here is that the passions, the lusts, the violence have taken over. Spirituality, gone. Reason, gone. Morality, civilization, gone. That is one destructive, self-destructive human being. So Golden's allegory works on the level of the individual. It might not work on the political allegory, though. Okay. The island is on fire. Ralph runs. They all fan out. They're all after him, and they will kill him if they find him. Finally, it looks like they're catching him, and Ralph is running for his life. Where can he go? He runs and runs and runs, and pretty soon he's on the beach, and he runs straight into an adult man who's a naval officer, British Navy. British Navy has arrived. A miracle. Ralph runs straight into him, and Jack is right behind with his spear and his paint. And the naval officer says, "Playing some war games, boys? Having some fun?" Totally misunderstanding, right? Totally misunderstanding. And they all say, "Yeah, the game's over." They have been rescued. Ralph breaks down in tears at what he's been through, at the loss of Piggy, the loss of Simon, what has become of their life, but at least they're rescued. So much for Robinson Crusoe, so much for Swiss Family Robinson, so much for Island Paradise. Golding's view is, left on an island we would destroy each other. We couldn't stand it. Very pessimistic. Now, I want to tell you some questions and tell you how to write an essay about this book. I would say the best way to approach the book is through the allegorical four characters. Remember, Ralph, Piggy, Simon, Jack. Writing about what these characters mean, both as a kind of moral allegory, as a political allegory, as the allegorical forces within an individual. These three levels, I think. Now, this is not easy. I would suggest maybe an opening paragraph. In an opening paragraph, you could say something like this. Begin like this. In his novel, Lord of the Flies, underline titles of books, William Golding, now I'm going to stop there, This is how you begin the analysis of any work of literature. Poem, novel, essay. Any book, actually, in my opinion. Now, there are other people have other views, but in my opinion, you immediately establish the key information. I personally dislike the chatty introduction leading to the topic sentence at the end of the first paragraph. Chatty introductions are almost always boring, especially on the school level. Masters, critics, people of wide training and good intellect can pull this off, but kids cannot. You don't know enough, you don't write well enough, you don't think in a sophisticated enough way. Therefore, you begin directly. Just in case you don't know what I mean, the chatty introduction is, boy, I really used to like books about boys landing on islands, but now I found a book that has explained to me that they are all lies. What a fool I was. Ha 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 ha. In his novel, Lord of the Flies, William Golding, in my opinion, those first 2 or 3 sentences are waste, are embarrassing. They will not impress anyone. They're simply a waste of time. Okay, first sentence. In his novel, Lord of the Flies, underlined, William Golding analyzes human nature, maybe, from a moral point of view. His book is very pessimistic. It is also an allegory. Each of the 4 main characters represents some moral and political value. Colon. Ralph is decency or civilization and democracy. Semicolon. Piggy is reason. Common sense, reason and common sense perhaps. Politically, what does he represent? Just rationalism. Philosophical rationalism, really. Semicolon. Jack represents the passions, the lusts, the violence, and the military. Semicolon. And Simon represents spirituality and an agnostic mysticism. Agnostic mysticism, that's a good one. Dr. Shin will appreciate that one. Agnostic, that is, not claiming to know about God or gods, not making any claim, claiming not to know. But mysticism. Mysticism is the attempt or the art of communing with a higher reality, capital R, presumably God, presumably a theistic one, a theistic reality, meaning God. Okay, I'm still in the first paragraph, the end of the first paragraph. Now, the next 4 paragraphs, I think, should deal with those 4 characters. The 6th paragraph, introductory, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 6th paragraph should deal with what happens, the destruction of the island, basically, as a result of Jack's lust for power. And then the 7th paragraph, a conclusion. You need a conclusion in any analysis. This is true of writing for TOEFL, and it will be true of writing for SAT in 2005 when people have to write essays. Thank you.